Welcome to Missouri Sports Talk. I'm your host, Cameron Staley. Today we've got Week 9 Missouri High School football predictions. This one will be on a little bit of a fast track because I will be going to Elias versus Lift for Life tonight. I won't be doing full game highlights, but making an appearance, maybe a TikTok clip or two. The Missouri Sports Talk game of the week is Brookfield versus Marceline, the Bell game. I'm there for Marceline, so I'll be on the away side for that one. I'm excited. I mean, both teams are pretty solid this year. I think it's a really big preview for how the playoffs are going to go for both of these teams. So Bell game, I mean, this is the biggest rivalry, in my opinion, in the whole entire state. So ready to see that tradition. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I don't know if I mentioned it this past week. I went 32-10. Here's the 8-man scoreboard. Knox County 42-12 over Lincoln. King City 62-8 over St. Joseph Christian. Lockwood continues to roll, and they beat a top 10 team, Appleton City, 66-12. Pattonsburg, they fall at home to Worth County, 74-24. A high-scoring matchup between Wellington Napoleon and St. Paul of Concordia. The Tigers get out of that one with a 94-76 win, and Rockport wins on the road over West Nottoway, 74-28. Here's the 8-man scoreboard. Let's talk about the rankings. At number 1, it's Lockwood. Number 2, Archie. Number 3 is Rockport. Number 4, Worth County. Number 5, Hardin Central. Number 6, Knox County. Number 7, West Nottoway. Number 8, North Shelby. Number 9, Pattonsburg. And number 10 is Northwest Hughesville. Albany versus Pattonsburg. I'll take Pattonsburg on the road here. These two teams are 5-5 against each other since 2016. The Panthers are scoring 58.3 a game. I think they take the lead in that matchup history. Concordia versus Wellington Napoleon. Last year, the Orioles won this one 45-26. They're only allowing 17.8 a game, which is pretty impressive for 8-man. I think the Orioles win this one. Hardin Central versus Northwest is the 8-man game of the week. These two teams 1-1 against each other in the past two seasons, and they have very similar averages against each other. Excited to see how that one turns out. Jasper versus Appleton City. Give me the road team here. The Appleton City Bulldogs are 3-1 against Jasper since 2021, and they're scoring 63.8 a game. I'm excited to see that offense work. Rockport versus Mound City. Give me Rockport. They're 7-5 against Mound City since 2016. They're scoring 65 a game and only allowing 11. One of the top teams in 8-man. I think the Blue Jays take care of business. Worth County versus King City. Both teams 7-1 this season. I've got King City right outside of the top 10. Worth County is my number 4, and I will take the Tigers to win this one. They're 8-1 against King City since 2016, scoring 60.8 a game and only allowing 13.1. Class 1 from this past week. Adrian over El Dorado Springs, 44-13. Crest Ridge loses at home to Salisbury, 54-6. Putnam County, they win on the road, 42-16. Marionville, a nice home win, 34-7 over Ash Grove, a district opponent. Lawson, they win on the road over North Platte, 35-22. And Tipton, they win on the road over Russellville, 52-0. A big thing this week, every single team ranked 6-10 in Class 1 all lost. So there's a little bit of a shakeup. But then at the same time, some of them got bailed out because some of the teams that are right outside the top 10 also lost. It was just a bad week for Class 1. Here's the Class 1 scoreboard. Number 1 is Thayer. Number 2, Marionville. Number 3, Tipton. Number 4, Salisbury. Number 5, Putnam County. Number 6, Windsor. Number 7, Cole Camp. Number 8, Russellville. Number 9, North Platte. And number 10 is West Platte. Ash Grove versus Sar Coxey. Got to take the Pirates here. They're scoring 33.4 points a game. These two teams 4-4 against each other since 2016. I'll take the Pirates taking the lead in the matchup history. Cole Camp versus Adrian. Cole Camp just entered the top 10, but I think Adrian spoils that here in Week 9. They've won 4 straight this season after a 1-3 start, so they've got the hot hand right now, only allowing 15.3. I think the defense prevails for the Blackhawks. Gallatin versus South Harrison. Give me South Harrison on the road here. They won by 40 last year. Gallatin a little better this year, so I don't think it ends up being a 40-point game. But with South Harrison's defense only allowing 10.5, can't shy away from the Bulldogs. Marionville versus Miller. I'm excited for Marionville. They've got 8 straight wins against the Cardinals. and they're winning by 27.6 on average. 27.6 win differential. Give me the comments. North Platte versus West Platte is the Class 1 game of the week. North Platte leads this series 6-5 since 2015, but I think it comes down to the offense in this one. Big rivalry. I think, tension may boil over. We'll see how this one goes. Very excited. Windsor versus Crest Ridge. Got to take Windsor here. They've won 6 straight against Crest Ridge, and they have a 23.3 point win differential this year. I think they add on to that. Maybe up that average a little bit. I don't want to, say anything bad about Crest Ridge. They're not a bad football team. I just think that Windsor definitely overmatches them here. Class 2 from this past week. Holden, 35-6 on the road over Carrollton. This is Carrollton's first time scoring on them for about 4 or 5 years. Fairgrove, they lose at home to Forsyth, 58-34. Mountain Grove, they win on the road, 46-13 over Houston. Palmyra falls at home, 44-8 to a really good Centralia team. I was at that game. Centralia, man, they are awesome. Hollister, they went on the road. A little upset here over Springfield Catholic, their first loss of the season, 60-31. And St. Pius X of Kansas City defeats St. Pius X of Festus, 48-20. They go across the state and they get it done. Here's the Class 2 scoreboard. The rankings for this week at number 1 obviously is Blair Oaks. Number 2 is Mid-Buchanan. Number 3, Warsaw. Number 4, Liberty Mountain View. Number 5 is Monroe City. Number 6, Lawson. Number 7, Centralia. Number 8, South Harrison. Number 9, Father Tolton. And number 10 is Holden. Let's talk about Holden right now. Holden is hosting Knob Noster. I'm going to take Holden in this game. They're 9-2 against the Panthers since 2015, only allowing 12.3. It's been a great season for Knob Noster, but I think Holden goes into districts at 8-1. Lamar versus Seneca is the Class 2 game of the week. Lamar leads this matchup history 7-4 since 2015. Both teams dealing with injuries right now. Interested to see how this one goes. Lamar and Holden will more than likely match up for the district championship. Macon versus Monroe City. Give me Monroe here. 6 straight wins against the Tigers. They're scoring 42.3 a game. I don't think that offense gets stopped here. North Callaway versus Wright City. I'm going to take the Thunderbirds here at home. They're 7-3 against Wright City since 2015, scoring 42.5 a game. The big thing is if the offensive line is locked in for this one. It's a great D-line for Wright City. Quinn Schnarr, their linebacker, is back for this one. I think if Wright City gets through the line, they're going to win this game. I will go with North Callaway, though. South Callaway versus Tipton. Give me Tipton on the road. They won last season 46-12, and their win differential so far this year is 40.6 on average. Got to take the Cardinals. Springfield Catholic versus Clever. I feel like the pressure is gone for the Irish. They had a really rough past 4 years. These 7 wins this season, more than the last 4 years combined. So, they're riding high. Had a lot of pressure, I think, in my opinion. Now they can go out there and they can play, not worry about that 0. So they're scoring 37.9 a game. Got to take the Irish. I like Clever this year, but Irish all the way. Class 3 from last week. Central, they went on a game winner. The Rebels win this one 22-21 over Dexter. Dexter's first loss of the season. Warrensburg, they went on the road 28-21 over Clinton. Maryville, they lose this rivalry game at home 42-6. Savannah, they are 8-0, and I believe we've got them at number 2 in Class 4. Richmond, they win at home over Knob Noster 24-14. St. John, a statement one 55-14 over Jefferson at home. And Montgomery County, they win in overtime on the road. I think that's like 12 or 14 straight against Wright City for Montgomery County. I had Easton at this one. If you have not seen that video, go check it out. That was a great game. Class 3 scoreboard for this week. Let's talk about the rankings. At number 1 is Seneca. Number 2, Valley Catholic. Number 3, Mountain Grove. Number 4, Maryville. Number 5, Lift for Life. Number 6, St. Genevieve. Number 7, Boonville. Number 8, Dexter. Number 9, Osage. And number 10 is Cassville. Mountain Grove versus Thayer is the Class 3 game of the week. Both teams top 3 in their classes this year in this current rankings for Week 9. Very excited for this matchup. A combined 15-1 for these two teams. Mount Vernon versus Monette. Maybe a technical upset here. I know both teams are 4-4, but I'm taking the Mountaineers at home. They've really played spoilers so far this year, being Lamar and Nevada this past week. And I think they may do it again and send Monette to the playoffs, sitting at 4-5 after a lot of high hopes. The way they're playing mid-season, Mount Vernon is 5-4 against the Cubs since 2015. And the real big thing for Monette is that their defense is struggling really badly. I think the Mountaineers take advantage of that. Osage versus Borgia. I think St. Francis Borgia, going into the season, I did have them top 10. I was a little more nervous about this game for Osage's sake at the start of the year, but now it's looking pretty good. Borgia is a little cold right now. Osage has better numbers on both sides of the ball. I'll take the Indians at home. Scott City versus Dexter. Dexter's coming off their first loss of the year. I think they're motivated in this one. They won 62-7 last year. They're looking for a bounce back. Give me the Bearcats. St. Michael, the Archangel versus Father Tolton. I'll take Tolton on the road. Last season it was 29-28. Tolton won that one. They're allowing 12.8 a game. I hope for another close matchup and keep it exciting. I think the Blazers get it done. St. Genevieve versus Caruthersville. Both teams 7-1 this year. I'll take St. Gen at home. They've had a really tough schedule so far, really putting themselves to the test. And both teams lost to Valley Catholic, so that's their 1-1. And St. Gen is scoring 36.1 a game. Caruthersville is scoring more, but I just think, St. Gen a class above. GSV's actually got them top 5 in Class 3. And I do have Caruthersville just outside of the top 10 in Class 2. I just think the Dragons overpower the Tigers. Class 4 from this past week. Carl Junction 44-7 over Bolivar. Potosi, they win on the road 40-14. Good win for the Trojans as they enter the playoffs here. Festus, they get a big win over Farmington 41-36. Chaminade, they proved me wrong 42-7 on the road over Hillsboro. Cassville, a thriller. Monette misses the 2-point conversion to tie it and go to overtime. Cassville wins this one on a walk-off stop. In Orchard Farm, they win their conference championship 49-27 over Warrenton. Here's the Class 4 scoreboard. The rankings: number 1 Kearney, number 2 Savannah, number 3 Hannibal, number 4 Orchard Farm, number 5 Parkway North, number 6 Festus, number 7 Lutheran North, number 8 Odessa, number 9 Smithville, and number 10 is West Plains. Lutheran North versus Cardinal Ritter. I'm excited for this matchup. I'll take Ritter on the road. They both played very tough schedules, but Ritter is coming off a game against Smet where they scored 66 points. I think they ride high into this matchup, and the Lions get it done. St. Mary's versus CBC. I got to take the Cadets here. I think they're the number 1 team in the state. Very, very likely that they're at least top 3 in the whole entire Midwest. They're scoring 50.1 a game. Can't pick against them here. Carl Junction versus West Plains. I'll take West Plains. Carl Junction is on a 2-3 stretch. They started off the season 3-0. Now they're a little cold. So West Plains scoring 39 a game. I think the Zizzers get it done. Festus versus Jackson. I like Festus a lot this year, but I don't think they compete with Jackson in this one. We've got them at number 4 in Class 6, and Festus is a Class 4 school. Jackson is 3-0 against the Tigers since 2022, scoring 51.9 a game. Got to go with the Indians. Odessa versus Harrisonville. This is the conference championship for these two teams. It's the Class 4 game of the week. Odessa does lead the matchup history 6-4 since 2015, but both teams 0.1 difference in their opponents allowed per game. So I think the defense will come down in this one and determine how this one goes. Smithville versus Winnetonka. I'll take Smithville. They're 9-0 against the Griffins since 2016, scoring 37.9 a game. We've got them in the top 10. Give me the Warriors. Class 5 from this past week. Branson over Logan Rogersville 35-28. Carthage defeats Webb City 28-14. Fort Zumwalt North a shutout against a pretty solid North Point team 43-0. Kirkwood a little blowout here. Did not expect it to be this far apart. 49-10 over Ladue. Republic beats Neosho 42-14. And Kearney wins on the road over Winnetonka 54-7. Here's the Class 5 scoreboard. At number 1, we have Platte County. Number 2, Kirkwood. Number 3, Carthage. Number 4, Republic. Number 5, Cardinal Ritter. Number 6, Rockhurst. Number 7, Fort Zumwalt North. Number 8, Eureka. Number 9, Webb City. And number 10 is Branson. Parkway West versus Hazelwood East. I'm taking East in this one. They are 1-1 against each other since 2021. But East is only allowing 8.5 a game. I think the defense wins it for the Spartans. Rockhurst versus SLU is the Class 5 game of the week. Rockhurst does lead the series 3-0 since 2022, but SLU, they're having a great year. They're only allowing 13.3 a game. I think this one gets pretty interesting. We'll see who wins this one. Prediction on Friday. Farmington versus Park Hills Central. I'll take Farmington. These two teams are 4-4 against each other since 2015, but Farmington is scoring 40.9 a game. I think the offense outpowers the Rebels. Neosho versus Carthage. I'll take Carthage in this one. They've got 19 straight wins against Neosho. Neosho is allowing 29.4 a game. I think this one is handled by Carthage pretty easily. Raytown versus Platte County. We know I love Platte County this year. They're scoring 58.4 a game. They're 4-0 against Raytown since 2022. Pretty easy to take the Pirates here. Rockwood Summit versus Rittner. Both teams are pretty solid. Rockwood Summit does lead the matchup history 4-2 since 2015. I think this one ends up being another notch on the belt for the Falcons. Give me Rockwood. Class 6 from this past week. Parkway West wins on the road 41-29 over Pattonville. 37-0 is your final. CBC defeats SLU on the road. Blue Springs South goes on the road and wins 35-7 over Blue Springs. Hickman, they finally do it. It's been over a decade since they beat Rockbridge. They win it on a game-winning field goal. Hickman 13, Rockbridge 10. Liberty, Winsfield, they shut out Fort Zumwalt South 42-0. And Liberty North, they beat Rockhurst 21-12. Here's the Class 6 scoreboard. The rankings: number 1, CBC. Number 2, Blue Springs South. Number 3, Nixa. Number 4, Jackson. Number 5, Lafayette Wildwood. Number 6, Liberty. Number 7, Helias. Number 8, SLU. Number 9, St. Dominic. And number 10 is Lee Summit North. Helias versus Lift for Life. I said I'll be there. This one is tonight, Thursday night game. Last season, the Crusaders won 17-12. Helias is only allowing 9.1 a game this year. I'm hoping for another close matchup. I'll take the Satyrs. Another Thursday night matchup, Nixa versus Glendale. Last season, Nixa won 42-0. Glendale, solid team this year. I hope this one is a little closer than that. Nixa is scoring 45 a game. I'll take the Eagles. Fort Zumwalt West versus Hannibal. It's been a great year for both defenses. Hannibal does have the matchup history 3-0 since 2020, and they're only allowing 9.4 a game. When you're allowing under 10 a game, you've shown week in and week out that you've got one of the most elite defenses in the state. Got to take the Pirates. Liberty North versus Blue Springs. I'll take Liberty North at home here. They're 9-1 against Blue Springs since 2018, and they got the home field advantage. Class 6 game of the week is North Kansas City versus Liberty. Really didn't expect this one to be so hyped up coming into the season, but North Kansas City is 7-1. I expected Liberty to be in this position. They're 7-1 as well. Liberty has the matchup history 3-0 since 2020, but I think we're in for an incredible matchup. Northwest Cedar Hill versus Oakville. First time talking about Northwest for a while. I am going to take Oakville, though. They're 6-6 since 2015 against each other, so I think Oakville takes the lead in that matchup history, only allowing 9.5 a game. Love the defense for the Tigers, and I think that's what wins it. That's all we've got for today. This has been Missouri Sports Talk. See you next time.